Hello everyone, Nagaraj here. In this video, we'll discuss few more common diseases in the humans. So first, we will begin with the amoebiasis, which is also called as amoebic dysentery. This amoebiasis is caused by a pathogen Entamoeba histolytica, and this is a protozoan parasite. The organs to which this parasite infects is of the large intestine. Now we'll discuss the mode of transmission. Housefly, they act as a mechanical carrier. Houseflies, they carry this parasite to the humans, and contamination of water, food with fecal matter. If the water and food, if they contaminated with the fecal matter, that is how also the disease will be transmitted in the humans. Loose motion, abdominal pain, stools with excess mucus and blood clots are of certain symptoms related to this amoebiasis. Now we will move on to the next common disease in the human called ascaris. This ascariasis is caused by a nematode called Ascaris lumbricoides, and the organs to which this Ascaris lumbricoid infects is of the intestine. We'll discuss the mode of transmission. Contaminated water, vegetables, fruits, etc. That is how the disease will be transmitted. Symptoms: internal bleeding, muscular pain, fever, anemia, and blockage of the intestinal passage in severe conditions. These are of certain symptoms of this ascariasis. Students, now I am going to show you a picture which was being taken at the time of surgery. Students, can you see the thing in this bowl? These are not the noodles, these are Ascaris lumbricoids which were being taken out from an infected person's intestine. So the number even might increase many in the humans. At such time, that might block the passage of intestine. Now we'll discuss some other disease. Filariasis elephantiasis, one more common disease in the human, which is caused by a pathogen Wucheria bancrofti or Wucheria malayi. It's a nematode parasite, and the organs to which this parasite infects is of the lymphatic vessels of the lower limbs, genital organs. We'll discuss the mode of transmission. Biting of the infected female Culex mosquito. If this mosquito, if it bites while carrying this parasite, that is how the disease will be transmitted. Symptoms: the symptoms includes chronic inflammation of the organs, abdominal swelling of lower limb, scrotum, penis. Once the lower limb they swell, this is how they look like, and once the lower limbs they swell, they look like the limbs of an elephant. So that is why it is termed as the elephantiasis. Now we will move on to the last common disorder in the human, ringworms. These ringworms are caused by pathogens Microsporum, Trichophyton, Epidermophyton. So these are belong to fungi. So these pathogens, they infect the organs, skin, nails, folds of the skin, groin. Groin is a place of which is a place in the lower pelvic region between the two lower limbs. Now we will discuss the mode of transmission. Acquired from the soil using towel, clothes, even comb of an infected individuals. So that is how the disease will be transmitted to the humans. Now we will discuss the symptoms. The symptoms include appearance of dry scaly lesions in skin, nails and scalp, the dandruff, which is also a fungal infection. Lesion accompanied with intense itching. If the lesions increases, then the human they feel itching too. Then now here we discuss certain precautionary measures to control these infectious diseases. It might be a typhoid, it might be a malaria, it might be a pneumonia, it might be a coronavirus, COVID-19, whatever. These are all the infectious diseases can be controlled by by taking certain precautionary measures. Those are maintenance of personal and public hygiene. First we discuss about the personal hygiene. Personal hygiene includes consumption of clean drinking water, food, vegetables, fruits, keeping the body clean. The public hygiene includes proper disposal of waste and excreta, periodic cleaning water reservoirs and pools, avoiding close contact with the infected person. That means we need to maintain a social distancing. For vector-borne diseases, controlling vectors and the breeding places, the contaminant zone, like avoiding stagnation of water in and around the residential areas, use of mosquito nets, window and door must be fitted with wire mesh. All these precautions are useful for vector-borne diseases like dengue, chikungunya, malaria, filarial, etc. So that's all in this video. In the next video, students will discuss immunity.